what's happening? Chilling with your boy C-Bone. You know where you guys are at. I'm having a little bit of my green drink. You know, I'm crazy. I like the green drink, right? I wanted to make this quick video for you guys, man. I'm really excited about this new program that I have going on. If you don't know my story by now, you know, by me posting everything on Facebook or watching a couple of my videos, let me just kind of give you a little background on who I am. In recent times, I was having extreme panic attacks. And I was so stressed out. I'm a father of 5. I'm an artist. I have songs on radio. And so, you know, all these things kind of started to stress me out. You would think that, hey, man, being on radio is like awesome, right? Well, it comes with responsibilities and it comes with different things. And you know, the balance of being a father and the balance of being an artist and paying bills and all that other stuff, man, you know, it just kind of, you know, sometimes gets to sure most of you guys can relate because I'm pretty sure most of us have stress, right? And some of us, you know, it's a little higher than others. So what I did was I designed a program pretty much to change your life. And what I based it off of was what worked for me. And, you know, let me just kind of give you an example. Here's some pills that my doctor gave me here in, let's see here. The date that they gave them to me was 3/7/2011. So that is January, February, March. That's just March. That's just, you know, not too long ago, right? And this is when I was extremely stressed out. Now, I don't need these pills anymore because I'm good now because of these things that I apply to my life. But I keep them as a reminder and I keep them as motivation to keep myself going and to understand that, you know what, just as I got myself out of depression, I could just as easily get myself back into depression. So I kind of show some of the secrets that I have that I've been kind of, you know, holding and studying and making this whole program out of. And, you know, if you're somebody who has a little bit of stress, or you're a single father, you're a single mother, yes, there are single fathers out there. I was one for a little bit. You know, or you're just trying to better your life, or you're trying to figure out, you know, how to do certain things. And one of my biggest thing is, you know, you don't initially need to know how. You don't initially need to know how. Yes. You know, people always ask me, you know, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I tell them, well, you really don't need to know the how, man. And they're like, this guy don't want to tell us his secrets, but I'm telling you, you really don't need to know the how. The biggest thing that you need to know is that you have to have a big enough why. You have to have a big enough reason. My reason was I started to look at things and I said, okay, do I want to have panic attacks for the rest of my life? Do I want to live like this for the rest of my life? And the answer was no. I don't. I didn't want to, man. It was the scariest thing that I have ever had to face. It was the scariest thing. I mean, I would rather someone put a gun to my head than have a panic attack, because that's how bad they were. I mean, I could tell you stories of me jumping out, or rather trying to jump out of my car. I mean, I remember the first time on one of our first radio tour, me and DJ Butter were headed down south. And, you know, he will tell you, I tried to jump out of the car. And he was pulling over like, see, don't do it, don't do it. I wasn't trying to commit suicide. I was just trying to get out of the situation because I was living in so much fear. So, you know, now that you know a little bit of background of who I am, you know, you can understand why I developed this program. You can understand, you know, who is doing it. You know, a lot of the things that I figured out was such common sense. I mean, you know, one of the biggest things that I figured out was that today, there really isn't common sense. I mean, common sense ain't common anymore. People aren't they think that there's a quick fix for everything, or there's a, there's a belt you put around your abs to get ripped abs, right? I mean, look how lazy are we getting? We just want to sit down, right? And most of you guys know that I do the P90X, right? So that's where these guns are coming from, right? And, you know, I found health. I found true health, and I found I'm not talking about just eating a bunch of spinach or a bunch of green drinks like I do, but I'm talking about mental and physical health. And there's a definite balance that you must have to be successful, and not only be successful, but just to live happy. I mean, if you look around my office, you will see things. I have things all the time, you know. I have things that, you know, I pretty much cultivate every single day. I mean, I have a list of emotions that I cultivate. I have things right here on my board that, you know, that just kind of reminds me of what I'm doing. And this is kind of the program. I know I got sloppy writing, man, but this is kind of the program that I'm putting together for you guys. And, you know, so that's pretty much how I'm doing things these days. And, you know, it's strange because a lot of people, a lot of the reason they don't want to take the first initial steps is because of the fact that they're afraid of being ridiculed. They're afraid of, you know, what are people going to think, right? But, you know, here's what I tell you. You know, those people aren't living and breathing through your lungs, or, you know, their blood is not flowing through your veins. So, you know, don't worry about what people are saying. You know, it's crazy. I read one time that what will determine somebody coming to your funeral is not the works that you did in your life. It's not who you were. It's not, you know, how good of a person you were. but basically it's the weather. So let's say if it's raining outside, half those people aren't going to show up. So does it really matter what people think? I don't think so. What I want to do with you guys real quick is I want to show you where I've come from. And I'm going to show you guys some video of myself actually having panic attacks. And this is just months ago. I'm talking literally months ago. And you will see that I've slimmed down. I've lost a lot of weight. Okay? 40 plus pounds I have lost in just a couple of months. Now you can attribute that to the P90X, good eating, and positive thinking, because I'm telling you, you can pretty much work out and still have negative thoughts and still be unhealthy. And how does that work, right? How does your fat be held by your negative thoughts? Well, it's true, and it does happen. So those are kind of the secrets that I'm revealing in this program, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. This is kind of a preview video of it, and also I will give you a preview of the audio that we're going to have. So it's an audio program. You're going to be able to download it into your computer, put it into your MP3s and all that good stuff, man. So let's take a look at where I've come from. Thank you guys, and remember, always live your dreams, because you should always live yours.
Okay guys, so this is the skinny guy you see now, right? Well, look at this guy. This guy is me last year, just the end of last year, not too long ago, right? Before P90X, before anything. And really, I was fluctuating between 230, 240 pounds, up and down all the time, man. I was eating all kinds, I was drinking all kinds. Look at the beer in my hand. You know, I got champagne in my hand. Actually, no, that's just cider. I can't even say that. But, you know, I had gotten to a point where I just wasn't very happy. And even on my wedding day, I couldn't fully enjoy it because in the back of my mind, I knew I had these panic attacks and I knew I had these things going on. And, you know, we had a good time, man. I can't say it was a bad day. You know, my wife and my children and all of us had a very good time. You know, see a beer in my hand every chance you get. This is my wife beating me with a broom and a belt. You know, she says, I don't know, all of her family said it's a Mexican tradition. I've never seen this in my life. But I had to go along with it, man. And we had some fun doing it anyhow. So, you know, it was kind of the switch of the role. So here's some real footage, you guys, of me having panic attacks. Check it out. As you can see, I was overweight. Look at that belly.
Just got out of Costco. You know, Costco's always busy, always a lot of people around.
I was totally stressed out.
Jump through the floor if that's possible.
I was totally stressed out at this point.
Kind of screamed down. I think a couple people looked over, but pretended I had a sprained ankle or something. In reality, I was having a panic attack. Had another panic attack. It's starting to get to the point where it's like every time I come out, even 2 blocks from my house, I get antsy. I feel like I'm being smothered, like claustrophobic. Even if I don't know, like when I walk outside of a department store, like we were at Macy's, I walked outside and everything opened up to real wide. I felt like I couldn't breathe. When I was in Macy's, I felt a little more secure, but at the same time, there's a lot of people around, so I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Okay, so this is me trying to hold back. I mean, usually they get pretty bad, but since I knew I was on camera, I didn't want to embarrass myself too much. But this is me just trying to catch my breath and trying to figure it out.
But so I switched positions, and now my wifey is driving. Let's see if you can see her.
This is how fast they would come.
Now I'd rather do something like this than to continue, and I don't want to put
just like this.
Almost wigged out.
What you didn't see is I was reaching for the door, trying to get out.
Like that, and you feel one coming out.
First thing I do is I try to prevent it. I try to tell myself it's just a symptom. It's just a symptom. It's not real. It's in your head. It's like, you know, it's like a cold, man. Cold, when you sneeze or you cough, it's just a symptom of a cold. The cold is inside of you. And the cold is the real problem, but those are just symptom side effects. You know, so what I'm thinking is like, you know, this is inside of me. This is in my head, but the panic attacks and the freaking out and the racing thoughts and the sweaty palms and the racing heart, those are just symptoms. So if I can eliminate the symptoms and tell myself that they are only symptoms, maybe I have some success in getting rid of these, getting rid of the panic attacks.
So it was just all in my head. It was just symptoms. That's what I was thinking at the time. That's it. You know, it's just in my head. Basically, I just got to fix my head. Well, you know, it was crazy because I discovered as soon as I started trying to find health and I started digging for answers that it wasn't just in my head. Yes, it has a lot to do with the way that you're thinking, but it also had a lot to do with what I was putting into my body, the type of foods I was eating, the thoughts that I had. I mean, it was just crazy. So I started digging deep, man, and I went to work and I said, you know what, this is no longer serving me. I have to change my life. I started to make a change.
No buzz. Don't say a word, just turn around and let me see. Girl, you got something special for me. It's way too many suckers in the VIP. Kelly got my car out front. Tell me, do you wanna kick it in the backseat?
I wanna get beside you
In the backseat.
so I can be a backseat driver.
In the backseat.
I wanna get beside you
In the backseat.
so I can be a backseat driver.
You see them girls with them high heels, they got this party poppin'. This ain't no country club, we bout to get this party rockin'. You got girls that's with the business, get on top and let me see it thug. Wait, not in here, we outta here. Jump in my vehicle, Camaro, long seat. She just tryna fuck comfortably. She like my orange Camaro, she said let's ride up and trick or treat. Like damn girl, you fucking with the man, girl. Like damn girl, you fucking with the man, girl.
Don't say a word, just turn around and let me see. Girl, you got something special for me. It's way too many suckers in the VIP. Kelly got my car out front. Tell me, do you wanna kick it in the backseat?
I wanna get beside.
Okay, so this is me 30 days into the program. Man, was I pissed. I had lost a couple of pounds up to this point, but I was like, man, you know what the heck? I'm still holding on to a lot of this fat, man. What the heck? What's going on? I was still out of breath. I mean, I felt a little better, but I was like, man, I need to do some more research. So I started to do some more research. I started to figure things out, and I was like, oh my God, are you serious? So then I got my new team, which was Team Green. Now, don't freak out. I'm not going to tell you that you have to go purely on this diet, but it helped a lot. So I went back to the grind, and I went back, and you know, I started going a little quieter about it. I was like, you know, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to look like a fool until, bam, you know, things really started happening. You know, I started really seeing results. You know, my tone started coming in. And then this is just me just the other day after a plyometrics workout right here. Here it is, man. This is just the other day, maybe like 2 days ago, right? So I really want to encourage you guys, man. If you really want to change your life and become more happy and learn how to live your dreams, you can really do it. Okay, and this new program is designed for that. It's designed specifically to learn how to, to show you how to learn how to be more peaceful and how to, you know, deal with life a little better and how to change things in your life. I'm covering food. I'm covering your stress. I'm covering, you know, all the different things that you can think of. I'm covering why you want to do it. I'm covering how to do it. You know, so I really want you guys to consider getting the program, and I appreciate you guys for actually, you know, just watching this film. You know, watching this video, man. I mean, it, you know, it takes a lot of time. I know it's going a little longer, but I wanted to show you guys all the results. So live your dreams, guys, because you should always live yours. Expect to hear more from your boy C-Bone. Peace.